Alright guys, and welcome back to Armored Warfare, and today we're taking out the T90MS, the tier 9 Shishkin Russian MBT that everyone knows and a lot of people do get. This tank is the best brawler in the game. It's got amazing traverse speed on its hull and turret. It really can get that gun to bear on it. It aims to an alright extent. It's quite accurate. It's got very, very strong frontal armor, which is crucial, but the side armor is also lacking. Like, it suffers the same problem as the Leopard 2A6, is it has not as good side and rear armor as, say, the Abrams or the Challenger. Well, the Challenger always has got the best all-round armor, but it's not to say that the side and rear, like the side armor, for instance, will bounce a lot of rounds. It's got a lot of era slapped on it. The turret is ridiculously strong, but the thing about the T90MS, it's not the mobility, it's not the armor, it's about that 125mm gun. This gun is absurdly powerful. I've got the Mark III chrome barrel lining and the Mark II experimental propellant on it, and my AP on average does 803 alpha damage, and you can see here I've got a heat round loaded which do on average 903. So I wonder what sort of damage we'll do to this crab then. Oh, we did 1157 damage with one round. One round of heat. Oh my god, the sheer damage of the gun is absolutely insane. Put around that, it just goes a little bit too high. The penetration is also the best in the game. I think it's about 650 something millimeters, maybe a little bit more. The enemy crab just drowned there, but the gun is amazingly good. The two balancing factors of the gun are the accuracy and the aim time, which is understandable when you've got a gun with that much alpha and that much penetration. It is amazing. Still, it does struggle with an M1A2 Abrams and a Challenger 2. That's how well armoured those vehicles are. But you'll see here me showing off the T90MS, playing it as a brawler, as a flanking sort of vehicle, but at the moment I'm trying to snipe, since there's only 4 of us on this entire south bit of the map overlooking all of these little islandy bits. There's me, 2 crabs, a warrior, and a BMPT-72 Terminator 2. I could be up front taking the hits for these guys, but at the same time I'm also wanting to conserve my HP for later on in the match. Took a round there, I don't know what that's from. That's probably from the Draco since it's an AFV, but that also shot could have come from that Abrams we saw earlier. The crab is also on his way out, and there's a T90 up here. Right. Oh, there goes the Draco. I don't think it was the Draco then that designated me. It was most likely going to be the crab. Could we get the Draco? No, there's a T90 right there. Turn the gun and boom, straight to the side. 736. He tries to fire an ATGM at me, which is a smart idea, because the ATGMs do have the highest amount of penetration that they could get. Another 853 alpha there, straight through his lower plate. But the T90MS comes with standard and stock APS, which has, I think it's about a minute cooldown on it, so his ATGM got completely eaten by the APS, which was nice. Put 2 rounds into that T90MS, dealing 1,589 damage. He's on 33 HP. He puts a HE round into me, and I just completely overkill him there. Turret comes clean out of the hull, and he just explodes into fire for 33 damage. You know, got to knock him out. Here comes the oh my god, an Ariete. Ouch. Ariettes I always struggle with. They're really difficult. But I got extremely lucky there. Really, really lucky that he just lifted the hull up enough for the AP round to penetrate his floor. And this shot here on the crab is game-changing. Fire, I could have finished him off, but no, my shell gets eaten by his tyre, which will come back in a little bit to haunt us, and you'll see why. So I saw the crab was coming this way, and I saw the paladin was over here as well. So I'm loaded a heat round in case I encounter either of the two, and I see the crab is coming from behind us chasing our crab down. So I stop, come around, I want that crab to come over, but I could have finished him off there if I was a little bit faster on the trigger and I knew what he was going to, like, predicted better what he was going to do. But I didn't. I was too busy thinking about the safety of our crab and the paladin round here to think about that crab. The crab makes his move, he goes off there. Our crab finishes off the paladin. That is good. That's a tier 9 artillery. We are level. It's 4 versus 5, but there's still 2 Odin Mortis guys, and I am worried about them. They are very, very good players. M1A2, that's an M1A1. Oh, an M1A1 Abrams over there. That's still really, really strong armor. So I switch back to AP because I know that my heat rounds are not going to do a thing to that massive monstrosity of armor. Right then, we're going to have to get in close and we're going to have to brawl. That warrior, oh, that warrior's going to be completely and utterly mullered by that crab. And we've lost all the guys on the top there. M1 pulls around, fires and bounces. Warrior gets completely and utterly destroyed there. So that crab, missing that one shot on him when he was in the water, has cost us 2 friendly tanks. You can see why there, that one shot was game-changing. And I'm trying to get a shot, but bounces off his driver's hatch. He fires and, well, goes through my little weak spot on the hatch. I try to get round. Come on. Fire there. Blow his track off, set him on fire. He ticks up at 80. But he has an automatic fire extinguisher. That instantly goes out. I reload, fire again, but tick him at 130 damage for his fire. So he gets knocked out. He puts a round through me. The crab comes back, and I finish him off. 6,159 damage, but it is just me now. 2 T90 MSs and a Leopard 2A6. Don't expect any form of carry like it was before in my T90. Well, my T90, my Challenger 2. That's definitely not. The T90 MS can't do that, what the Challenger can do. 2A6, there's no way I'm penetrating the front of that thing. He plays it well. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? He shows me a little bit too much of his side. Leopard 2A6 problem there. Sidearm was a bit weak. Straight through, but there's no way I could have taken anything there. 7,067 damage overall. I'm a bit disappointed. 4 kills. It would have been a nice game to win, but there was absolutely no way I was winning that. A 2A6 and a T90 MS in a very respectable battalion, working together in a squad, there was no way I was going to take those along. And I was on half HP, probably even less anyway. So guys, T90 MS, what do I think of it? I think it's a very noob-friendly tier 9 if you're going to play one. It's got a very good gun, it's very mobile, and the armor is very, very trollish. It will take a lot of rounds for you, and it's very, very forgiving for your mistakes. So if you are wondering what tier 9 to get, I would recommend the T90 MS. But if you've got any form of skill, I recommend the Challenger 2. And there, we actually got Iron Star and Recon in our T90 MS, dealing the most damage on the team, spotting the most people, killing the most people, and getting the most reputation on our team. So, the T90 MS is quite a phenomenal vehicle. I would prefer the Challenger over it because it's British, and I think it looks sexier, and I love the armour of that thing. But if you are wondering what tier 9 to get, T90 MS is a very, very forgiving vehicle. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.